The reason we wrote the article is we went to Wait What, one of your convenings, and I actually shared the idea with all of my neighbors. I said, "Oh, this is coming up. We should really participate." We knew that what was happening with Roe was likely to be a problem, and Emily, my neighbor and friend, said, "I'll come. Let's do it together." And so we listened, and you know, Carrie and Nicole, especially, were really inspiring. And we came out of the workshop, and we felt empowered that we could do this. And the first site we went to was this online pharmacy abroad, and they had a whole selection of different products. And so we didn't even know what product to order. When I finally ordered, it took, I had a conversation very quickly with a provider. Then I didn't hear anything because I wasn't actually sure what happened, but I now know what happened is she sent a script to an online pharmacy. I think I heard from them a day or two later. And I was getting ready to go away, so I was concerned because I didn't know if I would be able to finalize everything. And I wasn't even sure whether I had paid for everything or and then I heard from the online pharmacy. It took like at least 24 hours before I heard from them, and they said, "Yes, we've shipped, and you'll get it." But it was a process that took 3-4 days, and that was, I don't know. I feel like it's really unfortunate that even before the Supreme Court decision, we don't make it easy for women. And we also, another thing we learned that was interesting is we shared the article just with friends, and we actually shared it with Carrie Baker as well to get her, make sure we weren't inaccurate in any of our research, but we shared it with friends. And one of the responses we got multiple times was, "Oh, isn't this the morning after pill? I mean, isn't that the same thing?" And we were surprised that that does seem to be a confusion for more than a few people. Making sure people in your circle just know what they can do, because right now the issue is, it seems so big. And so I do feel like even small acts of activism are really powerful, because this is shrouded in mystery because of stigma. I think the whole issue of reproductive health still, and after Roe, it'll just get worse, but even after 50 years, it's still shrouded in some mystery, enough mystery that I didn't know what to purchase. So I feel like those actions are really powerful because we assume that people know more than they might know. I think giving to any organizations, whether it's the Women's Fund or the Abortion Rights Fund of Western Mass, that's a good idea. I think participating, and we are hoping to write another article, because one of the things that came out of Wait What was the whole issue of crisis pregnancy centers, which neither of us knew anything about. And when we got off the convening and just sort of Googled to see, well, where are these around us, we discovered there's one in Greenfield. Emily and I participated there was a city council meeting in East Hampton recently, because they're trying to establish an ordinance that requires disclosure from the crisis pregnancy center that's in East Hampton. We were sort of wondering whether we could bring that, whatever ordinance it is, to Greenfield. Neither of us live in Greenfield, and I sort of reached out to a few people in Greenfield who said, "I don't have a lot of bandwidth." I said, "Well, if something happens, maybe I can share it with you, and you can share it with people up there, because it would be good to have that." So I think those kinds of things, really participating. I think we're finding this in a lot of arenas, that participating locally is the best way to make a difference.